Today is a bit of a different video on my channel, but it's still Rocket League related and is basically what has defined my channel over the last 7 years. I've made over 2,000 videos on this channel doing everything I can think of in Rocket League, but I've never done this before, which is surprising, and I'm excited to see what you guys think. I had my stream viewers decide how I built a map by doing votes that took us down a very interesting path, and also share some insight into how some of these more basic maps are built while I explain what I'm doing. This first try at this was more basic, like choosing the shape of the field, the height, obstacles, etc. And if you guys like this, maybe we can do it again but get even more wacky. The final result was very chaotic, and we'll be playing on the map for tomorrow's video. Let's see what monstrosity you guys created. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, starting the first poll for real. What map shape? Question mark. Circle, triangle, square, pentagon, or more options? Let's do it this way. If you're not happy with the map shapes, feel free to pick up more options. If you like the other options, feel free to pick one. All right, more options is the selection. So let's do it again. Let's go with hexagon, octagon, star, trapezoid, or more options. To be honest, guys, I don't know what more options you want. I don't even know what to put after this. All right, more options wins again. Okay, do we remember which ones did the best? Because I'm gonna put those back in this one. Octagon, square, star, and hex. Okay, I'll put those ones back in. Star shape would kind of slap. I'm not trying to like swindle the votes here, but star would be kind of cool. Diamond could also be cool. Semicircle. All these are pretty good options. I don't think we've ever seen a star-shaped map, and I'm really trying to figure out what you do with it. I think I have an idea already on where the spawns could go. Man rigged the vote. This one's gonna be hard to build. I don't know if I really like that this is the deciding vote. All right, guys, so star it is. So let's hop into here. This is the size of a ball. So with that in mind, I think I would want to have the center point be about maybe that big. No, maybe a little bigger. Let's go like 1.4. I think that's pretty good. Now, to make a star, I think all I need to do is rotate this by 30. What's 360 degrees divided by 5 is 72 degrees, I believe. And we eliminate these edges. We now have a star. There's our floor. All I need to do to make this kind of like better for Rocket League's sake is take this and grab all the outside edges. So probably about like that. Seems pretty good. So there's our star. Right now it looks a little messy. Don't worry about that. Let me grab the circle. I'm going to shrink it down. I need to grab 16 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then I can do Control I to invert, and I delete the rest of the faces. So now we have the inner ramp of the map. As you can see here, if I just extend this upwards, we kind of have what looks like a shape of a map. Let's say like this, right? I'm going to take the picture like this. I'm going to snapshot this for you guys. Do we want the goals right here? Do we want, do we want this to be a goal? Do we want it to be on every side? I don't know about that. Do we want it in a point? Do we want it to be like here and here? This is 2. Do we want it on these inner edges maybe somehow? I don't know what that means yet. Do we want it here and here? That'll be 4. Or do we want it like in the floor? Okay, let's say 5 is the floor. All right, 4 has 1 out of the options. 5 was close, so it's definitely not a floor goal. So now with that in mind, I think what I want to do then is spawns will be here, and the ball will spawn up here. So what I'll do is I'll shift the map down. So I will shift this map down until the ball is in this corner. Now, do we want to spice this up at all? Do we want what option for obstacles? Keep it clean. Pillars, ramps, bumps, and let's do deadly. Okay, that's gonna win if I say deadly. Let's say holes. All right, it's looking like holes is taking it. So with that in mind, I think what I want to do is add circle holes in the floor. So we're good, I guess. So all of these are good. I think these holes are pretty cool. I will add a. I'm not happy with how this is looking. A little bit cleaner now. All the edges are perfectly like flat. And so then I can grab here, make a selection of this, and I want to get a new circle, convert to a curve, bring this down. We'll do like a pit of water or something. Bring this down, fill it up. All right, so that is our like water basin hole thing. I don't really know what we created, but it is something. Okay, so if I go into this object, I can basically assign materials. So this is a ramp material that I want to do here. So I'm gonna go like here, and I'm gonna make it red, and I'm gonna call this one ramp. Any ramps that I have in the map, okay? And then on the next material, I want to add this. I'm gonna make it blue, and we're gonna call this walls. Wall 1. And I'm going to assign that to this wall. I can do this guy here underneath. I will do another circle. I will call parallax because there's a parallax effect that I want to put on there. And I will put that as, I mean, white's just fine. It works. So there's white. Okay, so that's good. And I can select all of this and then once again, duplicate. I want to make sure the cursor is completely in the world origin before I do this. It's a good habit of mine that I have. 72, 72, 72, 72. So this is the floor for the cars and they can fall in the holes. This is the water, and I'll make the water like basically just, I'll project it from view right here, project it down, and I'll just scale that up some amount. Doesn't really matter. Just so it has a UV. Same with the floor. I don't think I need this to be scaled or UV'd at all because I'm going to be using material that doesn't need it to be, but I'll just do it anyway in case we want to try something different. And once again, we have a ramp material on this guy. So let's select the ramp material. So everything's ramp material right now. I want to change this to something else. But before I do that, I need to go in here and bring this down to the bottom, scale it up by 4. Now, because I'm using like the labs material, this doesn't really matter how I scale this. So I will just do like 30 because that looks about good on this part. The labs material is basically that zooming effect in the ramp, but it'll like zoom really fast along this long bar. So it'll look cool. It'll work. This guy. All right, I'm going to make this a wall as well, but this one's going to be wall 2, I think, because I don't want it to be the material that's in the ground. So I'm going to call this wall 2. This one doesn't really need a floor material because it's only one object and it's one floor. So I will leave it like this. What I need to do is make a copy of this. I'm going to do that right now. We'll just move it up by 100. And I'm going to remove the circles. So I'm removing the circles. And this is the floor for the ball. So I'm going to go ball underscore floor. There we go. It will be invisible. This guy will be invisible in game. So I'm going to hide it in here for now. And what I want real quick is a circle. This guy is going to be its own material as well. I'm going to put one over each of the holes like so. And this is going to have an effect over top of the holes where the ball cannot fall into the floor. So I'm going to do this, project from view. This guy, I do want a UV. I probably want it about that size. Once again, this is all in my head because I know what the shapes of like these materials are. It's kind of hard to explain, but it'll work, trust me. So that's going to go over each of the holes for the ball to kind of show that the ball's not going to fall in. Yeah, sure. That's pretty good for the start of just the shape. We put the holes in the floor. Is there anything else you guys want to see in the map? Let's do this. How tall of a ceiling? Regular, height, short, very short, tall, very tall. 65,000 units high, very tall. Very tall wins. What is the height of this? Let's go from here. Let's go cursor here. Cursor to selected. Now if I go here and I scale this and I scale it by Z and I do 10. Okay, hold up. Like, are we thinking that tall? Not okay. That is too tall. I think it's too tall. This is the size of a ball, by the way. That's a ball. Let's do like scale by like 6. Is that pretty good? That's playable, right? Like that's a ball. Keep it like, guys. I think this is very tall. I think this is already very, very tall. You guys want higher? Okay, I'm gonna go as far as 8. I think that is where I'm at. That's as high as I will go. I think at that point you're getting too ridiculous. And I'm actually scared that the multiplayer limit will be hit. Okay, so an easy way to remake the ramp here is to just take this guy. Let's do separate by selection and just mirror. Okay, I'm going to use vertex or edge snap here. That should work. We have a ceiling. We have holes. You guys want a pillar in the middle? Okay, what goes in the middle? Pillar, launch pad, negative gravity well, teleporter, or all of the above. I think we just do the 4. We just do the 4. What would you guys like? No pillars? Nobody wants a pillar. Everyone was like so on the pillar and now no one's on the pillar. Just joined. What's the theme of the map? The theme of the map is you guys. You guys get to decide. It looks like Launchpad's gonna win. All right, Launchpad it is. I think I have an idea for how that's gonna work. So let me add a circle to the middle of the map here. I think what we do is like this. We go like this, and we go curve. We then curve modify this based on the circle. Going to flip all this. I'm going to, I think something like this. I think I'm gonna do something like this. And then this will be like this, and then I'll bevel the top. So you can drive off this into the sky with your flip. Keep your flip reset. You guys have created one heck of a of a masterpiece here. Now for the goals, which you guys said were gonna be on this wall and this wall. I'm gonna take a screenshot of like the whole field here. Do we want it here? That's 1. Do we want it in the middle? That's 2. Do we want it here? Or do we want it in the ceiling as like a goal here? This is 4. Here you go, guys. Go ahead and vote. We have 1 on the floor, or 1 near the floor, 2 in the middle, 3, or in the very ceiling. Number 4. All right, 2 wins. Okay, so that is in the middle. Now, the easiest way for me to get the middle here is just to do a split. So that is dead center. And then what I can do here is bevel it with only 1 split. And this will give me like a zone. Before I do that, let's cut it here. And I think I'm putting them in here. Yeah, I'm putting them here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the middle. Cursor to here. Let's add the ball and just see how big it is. So here's the ball. Jesus, this map is ginormous. It is so big. I'm going to quickly bevel this, and I'm going to, let's do it like that real quick. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3 for the height of the goal. Okay? What height for goals? You guys vote. What size would you like for the goals? You really shouldn't listen to us. That's kind of the whole point of this, to see what you guys would create. I know I'm giving you options and it's not exactly what you might want, but I'm trying to be giving you as many options as possible. All right, so the winner was 2, which means we are going with the second bevel. The question is, how do I want to like actually make a goal here? I think I kind of want to go like this. I'm going to keep this pretty scuffed because it's kind of a troll map anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all this like that. And grab all this like that. I'm gonna basically just do what I did on one side to the other side. I'm just gonna make this goal here. I think I'm just gonna literally do that. There's like a complete like just hole in the wall, and I will just make a a hole that kind of shows up in here. I think that's gonna be the best I can do here. It's kind of a weird shape. Let's do cursor to selected. Let's add a. This is a weird angle. How am I gonna like project this? Coming together somewhat, and I'm going to then grab this inner part, and I'm going to take the curve and once again do a bevel with circles. You can bevel it, but then you have to okay, so I will bevel it in this case because I don't know what's happening to this shape. That's fine, but the problem is that you don't get like nice UVs. I understand how to do this, although I need to make sure I do it the exact same way on both sides. So I'm gonna go normal. Very weird shaped goal, but we'll take it. There are the goals. I'm going to leave that as sharp edges. You can't stop me because I don't want to deal with these corners. What is this map? I don't understand. Okay, let's this map is a lot more complicated than I wanted it to be. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. I think I'm just going to incorporate this into the wall. This guy can just be a metal, honestly. Let's do this. We want dark metal. This guy and the other guy. Where are we? There we go. This guy and this guy could honestly just be like a dark metal too. There's 2 different colors, so I'll just do dark metal 2, and I will assign that. Looks good to me. Let's go with the ceiling here. I might want to break up just like the look of these corners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these corners here. I'm going to make those glow. Good enough for me. There's the goals up there. There's the launch pad at the bottom. There's the holes in the floor. There's the water in the holes. There's the ball floor, which is going to be invisible. There's the real floor. There's a ceiling. This only has 1 material on it, so this should be gone. And this needs to switch to floor. The floor and the ceiling are going to be the same. There's the ramp. Everything is inside. I think the map is done. So with all that in mind, let's grab everything. Let's get rid of this circle. Goodbye circle. Goodbye circle. Let's bring the goal indicators back. Let's export all this. Let's call it Voted Map 1 FEX. Sure. Okay, easy peasy. With simpler maps like these, most of the work was done in Blender with proper planning. So I applied a lot of the materials I like to use, which comes from packages found in Rocket League's files. Although this map is simple, that doesn't always mean it's going to be easy. It crashed. No! No! Oh, it's all gone. This guy's going to use lake water. So this is on outlaw_P lake. Please don't crash. Definitely save often. Anyway, next I applied a physical material to all the surfaces to give the car sticky wheels. And then I made it so only the players could fall into the holes in the floor. The next thing to do was add goals. I think it's materialed up. We just need to add goals. I'm gonna stop snapping the angle here and just sort of eyeball this. Okay, and I'm going to do geometry. Move this guy down. Geometry, move this guy up. It's completely covering it. That goal should be good. In normal maps, I wouldn't do it this way. This is kind of a scuffed fun map. I wouldn't do it like this because I would want to make sure the goals are completely equal, especially in competitive maps. Right now, I'm kind of just eyeballing it, but I would not do this. The problem with this shape of a map is that you cannot mirror. You can't mirror a map without or mirror a volume without breaking it, usually. Where are those spawns? Here they are. Let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of this one. Let's bring this guy down. Let's go in here and make sure everything has collision. I think I already did that, but I'm just going to triple check. I would like to triple check. Yeah, we should be good. All right, so this guy's going to go here. Actually, before I do that, let me copy paste one and just put this way up here. Should be good enough. I'm going to make these both not primary spawns. So they will be enabled for respawning on top of the goal when you get demoed, but you will not spawn at the bottom, okay? And then these ones will be the ones where when you go for kickoff, these will be the spots. So we'll go here, here, and one at the very back, because why not? All right. I think the map is done. Just one finishing touch here. World, kill Z. Just make sure it's not touching the map. Save. And let's give it a try. Let's load in. I did not do the music cage. But overall, it looks pretty good. It's certainly a map. I think I need to change the UV of the wall. You can see how it repeats the texture a lot. I'm also going to make this metal a darker metal instead of the bright one. And the floor looks good. Let's just check underneath the cage material here. Water looks good. The parallax looks good. I mean, there's definitely some weird shading going on with the walls, but I kind of don't even mind it. So one pass over, not bad. Okay, you can fall in the holes. The ball's here. Oh. It would appear the walls do not have collision. Okay, I might have missed a step. Yeah, the walls don't have collision, but this is a huge map. The goals work. All right, how does the replay look? I mean, it's a replay. All right. Got to fix a couple things. All right, loading in. One thing I noticed is the camera is not in a good spot, so that's the last thing I'll do before we play on the map. But I think it's done. Let's just quickly check if the cars get demoed in the water. It does. Now I respawn up here instead. You guys wanted the tall ceiling. I have no idea why you chose this. Let's see if the ball shows up. Yep, so like you can see the material shows up on the water surface up here. Pretty sweet. The ramps have the ball icon. It's floating above. I scored on orange already, so I know orange goal works. Let's try the blue goal real quick. Orange scored, so they're assigned to the right teams. And I think the map is done. Well, I appreciate you guys joining for this very interesting experience. I actually think the map's pretty cool. So good job. It's a very unique shaped map. I think it's a little too tall, but I think you guys wanted that. So I guess that's just how it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the little behind the scenes how to make these. I probably glossed over a lot of what I was doing because it's all kind of just muscle memory. But I mean, overall, it looks like a cool shape and map. I think it worked out pretty well. So good job, guys. See ya.